my biggest lesson for me personally is that I am okay being authentic, that I don't have to pretend to be somebody to please another person. And I rode a high coming out of London, and I came back and it flipped my whole reality upside down where I was like, I deserve better than this. I'm worth more than this. And I am happy and I'm living like authentic, my best self. And I honestly realize that I am okay being Tabitha at Tabitha and not who someone else thinks I should be. I speak how I want to, as loud as I want to, and I will never change for another human again, ever.
What is poppin', y'all? We are back with another episode of the Squid Game Aftermath Podcast Season 2, where we talk with the players from Squid Game, The Challenge, to see what really went down in their games, and they can give their details and explanations on how their game went from their lenses. Now, today, I got a very special player. You know, she was the main star of the show, but they didn't show what really went down with her. And so we got to get all the details and the tea on what really happened, because I'm curious on her end, what she got going on. But look, without further introduction, I'm going to introduce player 219, Tabitha, in the building. What's poppin'?
Hey. Hi. Thanks for having me.
But thanks for joining, Tabitha. I'm honored to have you here. How you doing today?
I'm doing so good. It is what, Wednesday? It's Wednesday, so our week is almost over. Thanksgiving's next week. Life is good. Life is good.
Oh yeah, it's definitely getting into holiday prep season, so
Yes.
it's snucking up on me. I still got flights to book and everything, so I'm just like, ugh.
You better hurry up.
I know. This is the last week to book the flights, y'all. If y'all ain't book the flights after this week, it's over. Like,
Yeah.
it's over. So,
Just cancel it. Scrap it.
honestly, yes. So, this is, the first episode I'm doing post finale. So, can you give me your thoughts on the finale?
I haven't watched it yet. I haven't, no. So I do a thing where I wait till all of the episodes come out and then I just binge it in one day. So I haven't seen it yet.
So, you've watched the other episodes, though, right?
I watched the first two episodes because I knew which game I got out in. So I
Mm-hmm.
only watched the first two, but I haven't watched anything past that.
Okay, well, we ain't gonna
So
spoil
don't
nothing
tell
over
me who
here.
won. Don't tell me who
We
won
ain't gonna
yet.
spoil it over here. We ain't gonna spoil nothing. We're gonna skip that part. Okay,
I'm
okay.
crazy. I'm crazy like that. Like I can't just watch it and then be like, "Oh, on a cliffhanger," and then have to wait a week. And no, I like Love is Blind. I watched the whole season in like one sitting.
What was you doing pre-Netflix, Coach? Was you just not watching the shows?
No, I think like because I'm like older, so I remember having to wait every week for a new episode of a show to come out, and then like running to go get something to eat during a commercial. But with Netflix, I'm so spoiled. I'm like, I'll catch it next week. I'll just wait till next week, and then I'll watch 7 episodes. So that's how I live my life. I know it's not normal.
Hey, it's okay. Look, I understand. Sometimes I'm like, look, when the show comes on, I'm late to a lot of shows, so it's like I'm watching it, and I'm like, dang, I don't know how people would wait for each episode. I just need to know.
Yes. That part, like when a new series comes out and you're so into it and you're like after the like episode and like, oh, stay tuned for season, whatever next week. And you're like, oh, like a whole week. It's devastating. No, I just wait now and I just binge the whole thing.
She binged the whole thing, y'all. I understand. I'm understanding that, especially holiday season when it's cold and you just need something to just get through. You can't be waiting now, you know.
No.
Okay, well, we gonna go through your player profile real quick. So
Okay.
you are you work in talent acquisitions.
Yes, I do. I work in talent acquisitions, fancy word for recruiter. I work placing so basically I just talk to strangers all day and what do you do for a living? What are you looking to move forward with? And I have to tell you that is like the most rewarding career I think I've ever been in is watching people build their lives bigger and better and grow successfully to be with their families to provide better. And when I get to offer the role and they're like, "Oh my God, Tabitha, thank you so much." It's like my soul food. Honestly, I don't think I could survive doing anything outside of what I'm doing now.
Well, that's excellent, y'all. Well, if y'all need a recruiter, y'all know who y'all can
Call
find.
me.
Call her because she gonna hook it up.
Call me.
Especially in this economy, she really gonna hook it up.
Oh, yeah, I know. This economy is rough. Really, really, really rough. And it's honestly sad. And I see a lot of people that have been out of work for like years and just taking jobs just to pay the bills. And it's really, truly sad what we had this huge economic boom and then everything just crashed and we're slowly trying to build back. But when you have a boom like a rubber band, it's gonna eventually snap back. And that's what we're in right now.
So
We'll get it back. We'll get it
yeah,
back.
yeah, definitely. So I've never, I guess off topic a little bit from Squid Game is I'll focus on the talent acquisitions thing. So I'm curious, you get help people get jobs. Is there talent acquisitions that help talent acquisitions get the talent acquisition job?
Yes, it's the same department except like a higher step. That's all.
Okay,
Yeah. So you
nice.
just go to the person that oversees like the talent acquisitions department, you interview with them and then you get the job and then you start placing the candidates. But
Okay,
there's
cool.
always somebody above, right?
Mm-hmm. Facts,
Mhm.
facts. Okay, good to know. Good to know. Because I was like, oh, the talent acquisitions people helping people get jobs, but like, what about their job? So
Yes,
that's that's
I've
good to know.
hired a few recruiters on my team.
Nice. Okay, cool. Well, if y'all interested, that's how y'all do it. We helping y'all out with that part of the game.
Thank you.
And so you're in New Hampshire.
I am in New Hampshire. I am in like the frozen tundra is what I like to call it. And I feel like right now I should own a penguin. God, it's so cold.
Oof,
I'm not built for the cold. My
man.
soul is not built for cold. I'm built for flip-flops and shorts. I grew up in Tampa and I am a soul southern girl and I just need to get back down south.
So what you doing in New Hampshire, Coach?
My daughter is finishing high school here. When she graduates and goes to college, I am looking to go back south where it doesn't snow and it doesn't turn to midnight at 4:30 in the PM.
Hey, facts. Simone, we gotta hurry up, daughter. Like maybe put on the fast track of graduation. Mom can't take it no
I know.
more.
Take extra credit. Come on, let's do this.
Exactly. I'm with you on that. It's getting dark right now too, here in New York as well. Especially in New Hampshire, it's
Same,
even quicker. So that's crazy.
same.
And,
Yeah.
s- and so you love spicy food, extremely spicy, consume spice
Yes.
on a level of 90% of people cannot tolerate. Wow.
Yeah. So, what's crazy is you eat ghost pepper and scorpion level, Trinidad scorpion and Carolina Reaper, like catch up. I know, I know, I know, I know, I know, I know. And it's funny is I had gone to a Zest Fest one time and these grown men are like, oh, she can handle it. I can handle it. And they're like crying and snotting and they're like, this isn't even normal. But to me, I can tolerate such an intense heat that I don't have the taste buds for it. I need a lot in order just to have some sort of spice.
Wow. So what are you doing if you go like to a baseball game and they only got ketchup and mustard?
I don't even laugh. I when I go to restaurants, I carry my own hot sauce in my purse.
Re-
I
What? Oh,
I just
snap.
whip out my own. I just like, "No, I have my own ghost pepper, thank you. Your
Wow. Ghost
Tabasco is not needed."
You need to be on that show on YouTube if you've seen it where they eat the hot pet lemon peppers and like the ghost pepper. You know what I'm talking about? Where they're like having a
Mm-mm.
conver Oh, there's a show. I don't remember the show, but it's like they're having a conversation. It's like a lot of celebrities, but like they're
Hot
just having a
ones, hot ones.
hot ones. Yeah.
Yes. But I'm not a celebrity, so what am I gonna talk about?
You on Squid Game, coach. You got a little street
That's true,
cred.
that's true, that's true.
Look,
It's
hot
true.
ones, hot ones. We need to
Yep,
get her
I
on
could do
this.
it. I could do it.
Look, I know some people. I'm gonna see if I can find the right people that know the right people to get you on, man. Because
Oh,
I
that
need
would
to
be
see it.
incredible.
Like that or Fear Factor or some
No,
show where they
no,
gotta
I
eat.
can't eat bugs. Stop it. They'll make me
Ah,
eat like a tarantula or something.
but
Ugh, gross.
but just put hot sauce on it. You'll be all right.
No, it's a textural thing. No.
Oh, oh, there you go. She said hot,
And
not
I know they all say mind over matter, but I couldn't eat a tarantula.
okay. Okay, well, we'll stick to the
Mm.
hot foods only. I couldn't
Yeah.
do it at all. Not. I'm not. I ain't got the hot tongue. Like it's bad.
No, not even a little bit.
A little, like a very slight. Very
Okay.
slight, but not too
Okay.
much. Not too much, Coach. I'm not doing the
Okay.
Buffalo Wild Wings Hot Wings challenge anytime soon. That's not
Well,
happening.
you know what? I can't do that because it's not about the spice for me. It's about like people are consuming food so quickly. I don't know how you consume 8 wings in 12 seconds. That to me is astronomical. So, like my daughter, she was like, Mom, you could do it. You could do it. We can run a TV. I'm like, I can't eat that fast. Like, who eats like 30 wings in a minute? Like, it's not humanly possible. I don't eat like that. No, if you want to go spice for spice, call me. But eating challenges? No, I can't do that.
Okay, okay. Well, we know what category we getting you in. Okay, I like that. I like that.
Just spicy.
Just spicy. Well, what is spicy is I gotta, why did you decide to apply to Squid Game the Challenge season 2?
Okay. My daughter actually wanted me to do it. And she was like, Mom, you could do this. You'd be so great. I'm like, why no, they don't want me. They want like, normal people, like fun people. She's like, You're fun people, Mom, just do it. And I was like, fine. And so I was like, I sent in my video and my whole thing, and I'm like, they're not gonna call me. She's like, They're gonna call you. I'm like, Brips, they're not gonna call me. And no kidding, I got a text message and she goes, Just don't be yourself. You're a lot. And I'm like, What? And I didn't even listen. I was so excited. And I'm like, This is who I am naturally. And she's like, Oh my God, I love you. I'm going to push you through the next round. And I'm like, Stop it. Stop it. I was like literally like a 12-year-old jumping up and down in my living room. Super excited. Like, this is not real life. Like, honest to God, this is not real life. This isn't happening. But I did it because she asked me to.
Okay, well, shout out to daughter, man. She pushing you out your comfort zone and getting you in the rooms. That
Yes.
happens. Hamilton settings. Okay, that's awesome. So, was
Yeah.
there anything unique you think in your, I know it's your first time doing this, but unique on your casting experience?
Um, it's honestly my first time I've ever tried out for anything. So everything was very unique. I think having to go get a physical, but not tell anybody why I'm going to get a physical, and having to fill out paperwork for the physical, but not allowing anybody to know why I'm there, even though they're filling it out specific for the studio and they're asking, you're like, I don't know. It's for job application. That's what I said. I'm like, and now I'm lying. It's a job application. And they're like, hey, do you want to get together? Like even when I went to London, they're like, hey, what are you doing? You want to get together? And I'm like, I have a conference in London. Oh, on what? And I'm like,
Things,
recruiting.
things, stuff.
What do you say?
Hmm.
I can't lie that fast. So I was like, oh my God, now everybody thinks I'm a liar. I'm like, awesome. That's just great. Just great. But
Mischievous.
that no, I think that was the one thing, is having to do the physical. And I remember they called me after I submitted it and they're like, Tabitha, they didn't put down your pregnancy test. I'm like, I am not pregnant. I'm like negative. I don't even know why I had to take one. That is not, no. I would go, if I was pregnant, I'd be playing in traffic on the highway right now. I was like, no, no babies for me. I have one. She's almost grown. I am not starting over. So that was the one thing. Social media, like, it's fine. You want to go through my social media? I'll give you my passwords. I have nothing. But they went through like the birth of my Facebook for that. I'm like, oh, how my life has changed since then. But other than that, like, I think the whole experience was absolutely incredible from start to finish. Unforgettable, to be honest.
Nice. That's awesome. I love to hear that. They got to scrub everything out to make sure we ain't gonna get canceled out here. So that's good. You was clean. You was clean.
I was clean, but if you want to know what type of fingernail I am, go check my Facebook.
There you go. Start scrolling, y'all. Start scrolling. And so you make it through the whole entire casting process, and congratulations, you make it on the show. And
Thank
it's the
you.
last night in New Hampshire before you get on the plane to London. Tell me how you feeling.
I am nervous. I am very nervous. Actually, I almost didn't go. I was living in a very tension-filled situation, and I was like, I can't go. I can't leave my daughter here. Like, God forbid. And River told me, she's like, Mom, if you don't go, I will never, ever, ever talk to you ever again. And I was like, okay, that's the only reason why I went. I almost didn't go, to be honest with you. I almost called it. I was like, forget this, I'm not doing it. So my last night, I was nervous, but excited at the same time. But I think it was more of like a panic filled, what's going to happen? when I'm gone. So for me, I think my experience was a little bit different just given where my living situation was at the time,
That makes
which
sense.
is unfortunate. Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense. We all, there's a lot of things outside the game that you got to deal with. I mean, who knows how you're gonna long gonna be gone? You got to take care of, if you have pets, kids, whatever,
That
work.
part, yeah.
So
My dog, my kid, I'm like, how am I gonna do this? Work, not a problem, but w- I think as a mom, you're like, God forbid something happens and I'm across an ocean. What do I do? So it's not like hop in the car, drive over the border. She's, at my aunt's house in Massachusetts. It's not like get on a plane and like 1 hour. It's London. So it was a completely different dynamic.
it's facts. Well, you do get up and you get in the car when it comes, and you get on the plane and you head out, and you finally over there.
Hmm.
Spend some time in the hotel, and it's the last night in the hotel before you head to the dorms. Now tell me how you feeling.
I'm so excited. Like, I don't think I slept. I think because you don't know what's going on, you have no concept of time, you don't know what's happening. You're just kind of forced to sit with yourself, talk to yourself, watch TV my TV had 3 channels. Everybody else is like, "Oh, we had the best TV." I'm like, "I had 3 channels in my TV." So I think I was like forced to sit there and talk to myself, and I was getting anxious like, "Okay, this is our game plan." And I was just going over my game plan. We're going to keep it quiet, we're going to be polite, we're going to be like ghost in the night. We don't want to start any enemies. So I was getting my whole play game plan of how I was going in to the actual games. And I was like, I wonder what the first game is going to be. And I was so hoping red light, green light. So don't laugh. The entire time I was in my room, I was posing to see how long like I could hold the pose by counting Mississippi's in my head to not move. Looking in the mirror the whole time. Like that's what I was doing in my room.
She was training. She was
Was
training before
training.
the
I
game.
was training for red light, green light. Didn't even get to play it. Didn't even play it.
Didn't even play it. Well, I'm gonna keep the spoilers non-spoilers, but yeah, you didn't get to play it, unfortunately. But you
No.
get to play something else once we got in there, and soon you finally get on the bus, head out
Hmm.
after all the sweat and tears from standing in one spot in your hotel room, and you enter the dorms. Tell me when you first
Yes.
entered the dorms. Tell me that your initial thoughts.
That was so surreal. Actually seeing it in person and the level of details. Like it's one thing you see it on TV, but like you're in it, you can hear it, you can feel it. It's almost like if you go to Disneyland and you walk through like one of the replicas of a set from a cartoon or whatever, and how real it is. It's so incredible, and the excitement and the vibe of all of the people together. It's really truly such a unique experience that you could never possibly replicate again in your life. Honest to God, it was the most incredible experience just to even be a part of it. And I remember telling one of the other players, I said, if I die today, at least I got to see the dorms.
No, definitely. It's you got to see that part, and a lot of half the cast in season one didn't get to see the dorms.
I
So
know they didn't even make it to the dorms,
no, it was unfortunate
which
for
was
them.
sad.
Yeah, R.I.P.
I
to
know.
them. R.I.P. to
I
them. But
know.
hey, you just got to make sure. I ain't got no words for them. They already know how I feel about them. But respectfully, all respect to those people. But it was a lot of things going down. But you do get to see
Okay.
it, and they get to it real quick with the guards come out, and they say you need to pick an X or an O. And so tell me your
I
thought
chose
process.
X.
Chose X.
So I circled the room when everybody was splitting up, and I kind of did like a walkthrough, and I was kind of feeling the vibe on the O, and I was like, it's not my vibe. I'm not feeling this side. And when I went over the X's, I was like, yep, these are my people. So that's why I chose X's. And I remember some people were like, why are you over here? And I'm like, I don't know. The vibe just feels better. This is what I'm going with. I'm going over here. Thank God, too, because I heard the horror stories coming out from the O side about the chaos ensued over there. And I was like, I don't know. We were just sitting there crisscross applesauce, like good little kindergartners, just quiet as a mouse, just sitting there. We didn't have any problems.
It was chill. You got the vibe.
It
That's
was
important.
so, yeah, it was very chill, and I was like, yes, these are my people. We're very chill. And I don't know if anybody said this to you, but shout out to the casting people because everybody's personalities were absolutely incredible. So to come from a life where everybody's like, Tabitha, you're too much. And so I'm constantly watering myself down to being 100% myself there. And everybody's like, oh my God, we love you so much. And I'm like, because they're just like me. So we're all vibing at the same frequency that I was like, yes, these are going to be my people for the rest of my life.
Yeah. No, shout out the casting team. They did amazing job. Got to see,
They
a
did.
couple of them yesterday, and they always continue to be great people and cast great people. Um, they put good people in the job. Shout out the people who hire the casting people.
I know. I want to be a casting people. I need to apply for a
They-
casting people
I
job.
know, right? Hey, look, we can be in touch. I might have a couple contacts for you after we said and done. So
Okay. Hey, look at me. I'm a great recruiter.
come on now, come on now. And so you pick the X's, you split you guys up, and you go in the other room, and
Mhm.
they soon announce that the game is counting. The team is counting 456, and the team that gets the closest to it advances, and the other team loses. So when you heard the rules, what'd you think?
I thought, oh my gosh, please have somebody that can count. So when they picked our person, and it was just very methodical, and I was like, it's okay. And I remember looking over, and the girl was like ugly crying, and I'm like, just breathe, all good things. I was like, I feel it in my bones, like we got this, like we got this. And it was just, you could feel like the tension. Everybody was tense, everybody was nervous, everybody was scared. And it's a lot of, oh, I don't know how to explain it. Like it's not like life or death. We're not all gonna die, right? But it's a whole dream that could potentially just gone in a half a second just because we're putting our life into someone else counting. And I think that was the one thing I was really stressing about is my life depending on someone else and not my own accord, if that makes sense. So I had no control, so I just was forced to sit there and hope that they were hitting the spot on time, counting properly, keeping track, paying attention. And I was just sitting there, just waiting, waiting, counting in my head, just waiting, and that was it. I put my faith in it.
Hey, she had to put her faith in it, and she was praying and hoping and willing, and the game gets started, and congratulations, y'all do make it through. The
We
team
did.
comes through,
We did.
and Jubilee in the room, it's going crazy and whatnot,
Yes.
celebration station, and soon,
The understatement. Understatement. We
yeah,
were so elated for that win. Like that one little victory after all of that stress was a high I can't even begin to explain.
I mean, it's out of body experience. It sounds like I mean, similar to passing red light, green light. It's like you don't even know you hugging some strangers next to you ain't spoke two words to. You know.
Yep, and they're your new best friends.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Trauma bonding is what we called it. Trauma bonding at its finest.
Yep. Facts. Facts. And so, well, congratulations, you make it
Thank
through
you.
and you get back to the dorms. And once you get back, you find out that 431 is back as well. How you feel about that?
Obviously, we all felt like there was going to be a twist to the game. I had no ill will. I was actually more excited that for 432, just seeing how he was excited for his brother to come back and they're hugging and everybody's like cheering. And then I was like, why is he back? You know what I'm saying? Like everybody died but he's alive. Why is he back? Like that was the one thing that didn't make sense. So then we're all circulating theories and I'm like, well, maybe he, because he volunteered, he got immunity. I don't know. I have no idea. I was like, that was the only thing that I could think of. And they're like, something, everybody's like, doesn't feel right. Well, I was like, I don't know. I was like, listen, this is above my pay grade. I'm just here for the piggy bank. Like, I don't know. I don't know. So it was like kind of like a mix. Like we're excited, but then we're like, but why? Right? Like, why?
Well, did you ever talk to him when he came back?
I did for like a half a second. I said, "Hey, I'm so glad you're back. I'm really happy you guys got to stay together. I know like your brother was really bummed, so I'm like really glad that you were able to come back." He's like, "Thank you." And then I just walked away. So I didn't have like anything other than like, "Hey, I'm so glad you didn't die today. Like, welcome to the dorms." That was so simple. And then I just moved on with my life.
Hey, you moved on with your life, but
I
the
was
live
trying not to be so well known so early on because I knew in the first season they were voting people off based on like what personalities, like, oh, this one's loud, this one, that one. And I was like, I didn't want to have my name on the board, if that makes I just wanted to kind of like lay low in the back until towards the end when I got to get in my main character energy, which I totally didn't. Like I had this whole plan in my head and I died. I died early. It was so tragic.
Hey, look, it's understandable, you know. I mean, you got to stay low, yeah, because like you said in season one, the people that was outside and up front, it was getting popped real quick, you know. And the
Yes,
game, the name of the game was kind of lay low until it's time to pop out and then get back in the shadows. So I
right.
definitely understand what you're talking about.
That was my plan.
That was the plan, and soon, you know, what happens is the twins soon eliminate three people. They got an overpowered twist, and they take out 285, 286, and 107. They're all up on out of here. So when you saw them get eliminated, what'd you think about that?
Well, first of all, we were all kind of like, what, what? And I'm like, what? And so now I'm panicking. I'm like, oh my God, am I next? Because you don't know how many people are getting eliminated. You just know that people are just randomly, ink packs are going off in the middle of the dorms. Nobody knows why. So we just had like the piggy dropped, right? Cash is in. We're on a high yet again. Then all of a sudden, people are getting taken out one by one like a sniper. And we're like, what's happening? What's happening? So my pulse is going like now I'm like my hands are like shaking. I'm like, am I next? But nobody knows why. Like we just know that three players are dead and gone. But we were kind of calculating the beds in the dorms and how many players were left. So we're like, there's way too many beds for the amount of bodies sitting in this room. Right. So we already knew that people were going to go. We didn't know how they were going to go. So we thought, oh, okay, maybe we're going to take a vote now. So we didn't know that they were just going to get picked off one by one real quick. And so when they actually exited the room, then the rumors were like, is that how he stayed alive? Was to kill three people to stay on board? And I'm like, dude, I don't know. I'm like, I just don't want to get picked off. I don't and I was like, see, this is why we don't talk to people. This is why we just lay in bed and we keep our mouth shut.
Facts. Hey, so you had the game plan ready to go, and so you know you see that happen, and then it's soon time to get the results are shown in 227 are eliminated, but then plus three more, that's 224. And so it's soon time for the next game, and you line up, and it's time to go to the white room, and you must
Mhm.
divide in groups of 10. Tell me how you figured out your 10.
I had a whole group. Um that I was already going to go. I was like, listen, I can play the ganchi. She's like, okay, great. You're on my team. We're over here. And then another player was like, you have to come with us. We've kind of been together since we entered the dorms. We kind of like have our own group. Like, you got to be with us. And I'm like, ah, so I was like, so I went with the other group and I kind of was feeling like I think I made a mistake because I felt better with the vibe on the other group that the first group that I've chosen. But I was like, you know what? By that time, I couldn't go back because we were already like in place, locked in. And that is how I chose my group because it was like a click thing, a loyalty clicky thing, if you will.
Yeah, no, you got to pick the people kind of you're comfortable with, and also kind of just fate fall into whatever hands happen sometimes, you know, too. So,
That's it.
yeah.
That's it.
Well, you soon get inside and you find out that it is the six-legged pentathlon and a couple different games. Go ahead.
Which I'm fine with because I'm already good with my game. So I already have a strength. So I'm fine with that.
Yeah,
I
so
didn't know they were going to split us down the middle.
yeah, so when they did split you down the middle, what'd you think?
I was like, no, 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 no. Had I known that, I would have sat in a different location to be with the other people that I left my original group to go sit with. But I was just like, oh, whatever, we'll just figure it out when we get there. Like, if we're going up, I already knew because we were like, okay, okay, perfect. even though we were in line, we had already picked who we were gonna be with. So when they split, I'm like, "Oh, no, 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 no." Even the other team was like, "Oh, no." I was like, "Oh, wait, is this like the final decision?" We didn't. It was. I should have sat in a different location. I was not supposed to be there. I know, it was just bad
Yeah.
timing and bad placement on my side.
Hey, the cards was not in your favor at that moment in
No,
time. It was not.
no,
But you had to
mm-mm.
get it together real quick and figure out a strategy. So how did you guys decide who was going to play each game?
We decided. I immediately said, "Hey, listen, I can play the Jacks game. I'm good with that." And then we had Joseph, because he's like martial arts, so he was gonna do jeggy. Rachel said like, "Oh, I play softball, so I'll just do the rock." And then Jamie, she's like, "I'll do the ball in the cup, like that's easy." And then the other Jamie's like, "I'll do house of cards, not a big deal." We went through it easy. We got in a huddle, we said a prayer, we're like, "We got this. These are kids' games. How difficult can it be?"
How difficult could it be? So, they rushed through this whole game, but why don't you tell me what happened with your team's game?
My team was oh my god, my team player one, ball in the cup. They were on game 3 before we left game 1. And I'm like, yikes, right? So by the time we get to game 3, their team's moving on to game 4. So I whipped through mine real fast and we hit game 4. Like they're like, "Oh, Tabitha, you saved it," right? And they were almost through game 4. Their spell, like we're built. It came down to the cards, basically, is what it came down to. As soon as they moved on, I was like, that's it. It's been lovely. And then we just kind of like braced for it and then we just fell. Honest to God, even though we died, we were all like, we were laughing. We're like, "You guys are amazing. Love you guys. It's fine. It's fine. Not a big deal." On the way out, and I was like, "Karen, I love you." She's like, "I love you too." So I mean, like honestly, I was upset, but I wasn't upset just because I could say, I came, I saw, I did, and I died eloquently with ink all over me. It was incredible.
Hey, hey, well, I'm sad to sad death, but yeah, I'm glad you were able to take the positives out of that. It was quite the way to go, neck and neck, and then just, you know, on TV anticlimactically because they went through it. But climactically in your
I
team,
know, I
it was
know.
death.
They whipped right through that whole thing too.
Yeah.
And I was like, I wish they would have shown me at least catching up because we were trailing so far. I was like, I even said, I leaned over, I was like, "We're gonna die at game 1. We're not even gonna pass game 1." Like that's how we all four were like, we're gonna die at the starting line. Like that's exactly what we were thinking. We die at game 1. So when we finally moved on and they're like, "Tabitha, it's fine." I'm like, "It's fine. I just did it like less than like 45 seconds, move on to game 4." But it is what it is. It just wasn't meant for me. The universe says not for you. And I'm like, that's okay. I respect that. I may not have won the prize, but I got the friendships with the games, and that is enough for me.
Well said. Well said. Well, you get popped and you soon get back to the hotel. Tell me how you feeling once you back in the hotel.
I'm feeling good. I think I immediately rushed to the bar. And I'm not gonna lie. And I'm like, "Mimosas, let's have mimosas." And we all met because we already said that my death crew, we call us our death crew. It's like, we're gonna meet at the bar, we're gonna grab our stuff, we're gonna go back to the hotel room, we're gonna clean up, we'll meet back downstairs. And that's exactly what we did. We grabbed our bags, our phones. I made a call, told my daughter. I called my daughter. She was so mad. She's like, "Why are you calling me?" She goes, "You're dead already." I'm like, "It's not my fault." She goes, "This is humiliating." She goes, "At least tell me you didn't get out on the first game." I said, "No, I didn't. I actually slept in the dorms under the piggy bank." She goes, "Good." I was like, because that's what I said. I said, "I want to pass the first game. I want to sleep in the dorms under the piggy bank," right? That's all I said. And she goes, "You could have said I wanted to win the money." I was like, "Okay, well, honest to God, I achieved every goal I created, set out. I got tick, 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 done." And she's like, I'm like, "Listen, I'm gonna go meet my friends downstairs. I'll call you later." She's like, "Whatever." And I'm like, "Oh my God." Are you, like, are you kidding me? I just like participated in this because you wanted me to. And she's rolling her eyes. I'm like, all good things. It's fine. So I went back downstairs and we all had a drink and we're all laughing. And I saw the people from the O's that got out and immediately like we're taking pictures. And I was like, why did you come? I was calling you. They're like, I don't know. I wanted to be an O. I'm like, just felt right. I'm like, okay, cool. So but there's like no ill will towards anything. It was an experience. It was a game. You can't get mad at losing something you've never had to begin with. So I don't look at it as I lost. I look at it as I gained. I gained experience. I learned that I am okay being 100% myself. I am okay um communicating with other people and the amount of people that I have in my life, especially from New England, but now like all over the world, is honestly priceless. Truly, truly priceless.
Yeah, no, it's the people you kind of take with you, and only one person wins the money, and the chances of that are very slim to none. So you got to come out with something else, or else, I don't think that's. I think that's a cup half empty way of looking at things rather than a cup half full. So definitely, people can take you a long way as well, and bigger things could come from the people
Right.
that you meet from the show. And so, definitely good perspective to take away with you. So when you finally get back to New Hampshire, tell me now how you feeling.
I'm still riding the high of everything. Um, I couldn't wait to get home and tell my daughter. She actually cleaned the house for me too. So can we just talk about that? She was so excited to clean the house. And I kept her home the next day from school so I can get my nails done, get a pedicure done. And I just still in this whole mindset of like, it was honestly the greatest thing I've ever done in my life and still almost surreal. And I even said, I was like, I can't believe this out of everybody in the world. Like, they picked me, like a, a nobody, right? Like, who am I? I'm a nobody. And I was so excited. And River's like, aren't you glad I told you to go? I'm like, she still says that to this day. Even like when somebody calls me, she's like, aren't you glad I made you go? And I'm like, yes, baby, I'm glad you made me go. Thank you. And I'm still, even to this day, riding the high of that experience and leading up to the show and like finally announcing, keeping that secret for like a year was the hardest thing I ever had to do. But finally being able to announce it was incredible. So, I'm going to watch probably this weekend. I'm going to binge watch the entire thing because I want to see everybody. I want to see all my people go through when they got out, how they died. I just want to see it all. I want to see it. I want to see everybody because it's different like watching than actually experiencing it because I watched the first two episodes and when we're in the dorms I'm like I can smell the dorms. Like I remember what they smell like. And I'm like, oh, let me tell you how big this room was. And then when the pentathlon was over, River's like, so you died, and that's it. I'm like, yeah, and then I died, and that's it. And back to mom, back to life, back to the real world, but changed for the better, if you will.
Yeah, back to life, back to reality, soul to soul settings. So, it's that's what time we on, and yes, getting back is important. I think, it's fun, great, but we have to make sure that we understand we can't, it's not Squid Game for life. It's just Squid Game for a little bit. And it's important to have that and not let it captivate your whole essence and being.
Right.
But I'm excited to see, what well, see, but for you to finish watching the series, I think you'll be surprised by a lot. I mean, there's always twists and turns, but there's a whole bunch of stuff going down. So, and especially when your daughter watched it, she'll understand like, okay, it was slim chances. Like you did what you could, and especially once stuff that you see goes down, it gets chaotic as you'll see.
Okay.
So well, cool. Well, and then lastly what is your biggest lesson or takeaway from being on Squid Game The Challenge Season 2?
I think my biggest lesson for me personally is that I am okay being authentic, that I don't have to pretend to be somebody to please another person, if that makes sense. And I rode a high coming out of London And I came back and it flipped my whole reality upside down where I was like, I deserve better than this. I'm worth more than this. See ya. And I just picked up, started over, and I am happy and I'm living like authentic, my best self. And I honestly realize that I am okay being Tabitha at Tabitha and not who someone else thinks I should be. I speak how I want to, as loud as I want to, and I will never change for another human again, ever. That was my biggest lesson. People love me for me. I don't have to be someone else's version.
It's excellent. Well said. Oh my gosh, that's like so inspiring, like truly, because we sometimes we try to mold ourselves into being suitable for maybe these group of people or this job or when you're in a certain setting, and it's like, nah, like be yourself, don't conform, and if it's meant to be, it's meant to be, but don't dim your light for others to
Right.
shine brighter.
Yeah. If you're, a square, don't try to like shove yourself in a circular hole. Like it doesn't work. Just go find your people. Don't force it. Don't force it. And that's what I learned. And I'm like, it's okay. Not everybody's gonna like me. I'm okay with that because I have a lot of people that do like me. So there you go. You don't like me? Great. Sit down. Let me see the person behind you because I can go anywhere and have a conversation with people and I click really fast. So I think, yeah, that was my biggest lesson. It is okay to be who I am and not have to be whatever version someone assumes that I should be to make them happy.
Exactly, exactly. And Netflix liked you a lot, so the studio
Netflix
Lambert,
loved me. They
they
didn't
loved you.
show me. They didn't even
Well,
put me on
they
the
might have liked
show.
you. They liked you casting. They're like, hey, Netflix, release the tapes.
Release the
Oh,
tapes.
release the tapes. Release the tapes. Well, Tabitha, this was great. I'm glad we got to chat and talk
Same.
about your time in the game. And yeah, this was good. I'm really pleased on hearing everything that kind of you took away from it. So,
Same. I appreciate your having me today. Thank you so much.
of course, of course. And for everybody back at home watching this, wherever you at, thank you for watching. Till next time, y'all, peace, blessings, deuces, and have a great, great rest of your day.
Happy holidays.